camera flip. After a bit of a mishap, kind of a, well, I won't say it's a bad day. It's been a few bad days actually, with things going wrong all the time, but we all get those days. I thought about putting a bit of comment in one of my last video, but I thought, bugger it, I'm going to have to make another video anyway, so I'll just say it. Right, the stand came out really nice. I haven't acetone treated it yet, but do I actually need to? Well, probably. There's a little bit of I had a bit of a flaking problem with this edge, so I'm just going to put a bit of acetone on here. Oops, because I'm not going to actually have anything mounted on this edge, but this edge was a little bit, I was scraping it with my knife. I had a load of what do you call it, plastic fur sticking out. I had to scrape it off with my knife, and I went and caught one of the layers and accidentally ripped part of the layer right in the bottom of the trough there on that edge. So a bit of acetone will make the ABS stick together again. Right, so I've got some bits of fluff in there, bits of plastic fluff. Come out. It's static, that's what it is. Static electricity is making it stick. Well, come out. Oops. So yeah, my stand. I was starting to put things together, and I thought, let's video it. There's a bit more fluff there. I'm just trying to get off. It's just where you get a bit of plastic off the nozzle dragging off as the nozzle moves away, and leaves a little sticky bit sticking out. And I don't want all that mess. I'm trying to just, this is what happens. I start off with the needle with a bit of acetone to touch up areas, then I end up sticking it, because then it shines up part of it, and then the rest of it's dull, and I think, oh bollocks, I'll put it all in there and shine it all up. Anyway, we just want to test fit, so yeah, I'll do that. I'll shine it up later, there's no rush. So I started putting the assembly. I've been sanding this face down on the drum, on the rotor assembly, to get rid of that overhang that I had quite a bit, and there's still a bit on there. I think it's a 0.7mm overhang now, and I think that's probably close enough. Let's just see how we go. And I've just been balancing the wheel again. I super glued the drum wheel onto the drive shaft, because that's the best way to get it, and then aligned it. That's the best way to get this thing so it doesn't keep slipping when you're trying to spin it up to speed, and it's also the best way to ensure that it stays true, because the super glue is a lot harder than the ABS plastic. Now let's see if it fits on the stand without dropping it, because I've had a bit of a droppy day all day. Yay, it fits on the stand. Look at that. Sorry about the lighting's not very good, I know, but it fits. I do feel a bit of wobble. I don't know if it's wobble or if it's just the magnets pulling, because the magnets are a lot stronger now than they were, because I pushed them down a bit. But obviously the only thing I'm not happy about is it slides. It could slide off this stand quite easily and fall on the floor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to 3D print some fascia plates that go on here at the front. Which won't take long. It's just a fascia plate that I'll stick on the end so that it stops this from sliding off. Actually, it doesn't slide off this way. Oh yes, it does. Yeah, it's just catching the drum there just as well. I wanted to print the stand first, because it took about 3 hours to print the stand. And I thought, well, I can always do a fascia plate later. The fascia plate is simply a piece that goes over the end of these all the way. It's a mirror image of this side, except that it'll be joined together where this little notch is. These grooves where these legs stand in. It would just block the ends off, end plates. So I'm going to 3D print that in a bit, and then when I run it, it's not going to start vibrating and sliding off the stand. But the stand works. I wanted to make sure the stand was okay first before I did all that bit. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Let's put this thing on. Obviously, we're sanding it. I might have knocked it out of balance. I don't know. If I have knocked it out of balance, then I'm gonna have to sort that out later. But let's just get the pulley on. This is the easiest way to get the pulley on, is to press down. Right, the pulley's on. I need to put my RPM sensor magnet thing on the other end, because that will affect the balance as well. So let's just, I need a spacer. There we go again, rushing around and knocking things off the table. I'll put this plastic 3D printed plastic spacer on the back. That way it keeps everything from slipping. Yeah, it stops the shaft from slipping through. It won't anyway, because I've got spacers on the inside as well, so I'm just being extra. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So I put that spacer on, so I've got the RPM meter standing a long way out the back. Dropping everything off the floor. Right, let's put this back on the stand. Let's just, yeah, I haven't put the coil on yet. I want to check the balance, so I'm going to get my power adapter thingy. Just a minute. Right, so I'll just put that there a minute. Alright, let's just see if it's in balance. The rotor should be dry enough now. I mean, it's had a few days for the acetone to dry out on it. Let's just check balance. I'm just going to have to hold this in place while I do this test. Yeah, something shifted a bit. I know what it is. That's good. That's pretty good. But something shifted just then. I know what it is. It's the segments. They want. Oh yeah, it's vibrated a bit. I felt a weight shift just then. It was alright, then it shifted. I know exactly what that is. I have to hold it because it will vibrate off the stand. The way it's good, the balance is good. It's just that something moved. I know exactly. It's the, if I stop it, right, let's stop it. My segments, these segments that go in here, currently they're a bit loose. The steel laminations, they move around a bit. So when it's sped up, one of these laminations are shifted further out, and it's knocked it off balance. So what I need to do is find out which one it is, or basically just stick some. It's stuck against the double-sided tape, but it shouldn't have changed balance really. I've got blue tack in one of these. Let's just take the blue tack out. Oh, I don't think it'll be that. Let's just check a minute. At least it's not catching anything, which is a good sign. I'm going to have to take the segments out because I'm not sure if I caught the segments when I was sandpapering it. So I'm going to take the segments out because it's double-sided tape on the back. So it shouldn't be too difficult to get them out. I might have to put alcohol in to loosen them up though, I don't know yet. Where's my screwdriver gone? Somewhere around here. There you are. I think I can push this segment out. Let's have a look. Oops. I might have to. Oh, that screwdriver's too big. Let me find something. I'll use my drill, maybe I can push it out. Oh, this little screwdriver. I'll try this little screwdriver. Yeah, it's moving, I can feel it. Right, double-sided tape still on it as well, so I'm probably going to have to use some more double-sided tape after pushing this out. I don't want to break anything else. Yeah, it's a bit tight. I'm going to have to squirt some alcohol down there to loosen it, because it's not moving very easily. The alcohol won't melt the ABS, but it will make the double-sided tape give up the ghost, so to speak. Let me get it out, sort of thing, and see if I can get it out. Yeah, it's working. It's coming. Right, I need to get the segments out and weigh them all again, because I think I might have ground a bit of metal up there. My double-sided tape's still on there as well. Good, I like that. I've got one segment out, so I've got to weigh them all again now. I've got to rebalance this. Another reason for taking them out is I can rebalance the wheel properly without interference from the magnets, and get the segments all balanced so that they're all the same weight before putting them back in. See if I can get this one out without. Oh, that one's coming out easy. So that one was actually a bit loose. Oh, look at all. Oh, it's no wonder it moved. When I was sandpapering it, when I was sanding this thing, all that crap has got behind the wheel. So that's why it's out of balance. Now I've figured it out. Look at all that sandpit dust. So that's why it's all got messed up. I'm going to have to get the double-sided tape off and redo it all. Oops, I pulled the leg off. Right, go back on. Come out. I don't want to break anything. Yeah, there's all that crap's gone in there, all that dust when I was sanding it. Look at all that crap. Dust everywhere. Right, so I can rebalance the wheel now. Without these in, it should be in perfect balance. All that dust is stuck to the double-sided tape, so I'm going to just put that on the stand a minute. And let's just see what the weight is with all that crap on there. That's my scale. Move that out of the way a bit. No, when it started vibrating. Right. 53.9 grams. That's off by 0.1 of a gram. It stuck to my finger. 53.9 grams. Still it's strange. It stuck to me. 54.1 grams. Okay, so that one's heavier. Right, this one's heavier, so it's throwing it out of balance. Hang on, let me just check this again. Oh, now it says 53.9. You lying toad. Yeah, right, you 53.8 grams. Yeah, this lying twatting toad. It's telling me 1 minute. It's my scale that's just messing me about. 53.9. I'm just going to weigh them all again. 53.9. Right. This is crazy. It must be the crap that's 53.9. Now they all weigh the same. What the hell? So anyway, I'm going to get my alcohol. I'm just going to clean this drum up and turn the scale off. Sorry I didn't show you it. The phone's in the stand at the moment. Moving it around is not easy and fighting about. But right, that tissue paper's had its day. It's all crispy. I think that this one's got some life left in it. I just want to wipe all that dust out of the inside of there, so I'm going to squirt some alcohol in. Clean this out. I'm also going to check for any stress points as well. There's quite a lot of dust in here. Sorry you can't see me very well when I'm doing this. I can hardly get my finger in there as it is, it's tight. What I really need, when I get most of this out, I'm going to use a cotton bud to just go around the inside a bit more finesse, whatever. There's a lot of dust in there. Don't even see that. It's all I'd do. It's plastic. It's plastic, which means it will add weight. So it doesn't take much to throw this thing out of balance. About 1 gram can make a big difference. I'm just going to get a cotton bud. This paper, this tissue is really hard. It's got super glue on it. Hang on a minute. Right. Oops. A bit of sticky stuff in there as well. A bit double-sided tape. Put some pressure on. I might get the segments out of the other one actually. I think I'm going to put the other segments in it anyway. The improved ones, because these segments don't seem to be as good. I should call them laminations or magnetic couplers, but I call them segments because it reminds me of orange. An orange, you know, it reminds me of the segments you get in an orange. That's why I call them that. I squirt a bit directly in there. I want to check the balance without anything in it, so let's just check. Oops. Let's just see if this is balanced. Well, it's not turning again, so it's not going turning then turning back a bit, so it's definitely balanced. These bearings, oh, it is a little bit there. Let's see. Yeah, it's just turning back a bit there, look. Right, so that's the heavy side. This side's heavier. See what I want you to sort out. Let's right, I'm just gonna put, where's my pen? So I'm just going to put H on here. H, I've already sandpapered this down for heavy. Let's turn it the other way a bit. These bearings are a bit tight. I tell you what, I'm going to put some WD-40 on these bearings to make them run easier. It'll be a lot easier to balance this out because it'll run easier. There's grease in these bearings which makes it a bit tight. I'm taking all this extra stuff off, almost, you know. So where's my WD-40 gone? It'll just make this run easy and then damn sight quicker. So WD-40. Do the other one. That's better. Much better. Move all that stuff out of the way. It just makes balancing this a lot easier than working against friction. Alright, it's going to take forever to stop now. I'm just going to stop it. Right, turn it a bit. Yeah, that is heavy side. It's Do you see that? Lift it there. It dropped to... So this side is a fraction heavier. I'm not surprised because remember I broke the hub off this, and I had to glue a new hub inside, so it's inevitable that I've knocked it out of whack a bit. Because getting that hub exactly in the middle is a bit of a trick. So I marked the H there. So we could see where we are. So this is what I normally have to do when I'm balancing things. You've got to make sure the bearings run really easy. And WD-40 is really good for doing that. And eventually it dries out and then the grease is left behind again. And why is it just this side? It's stiffening up again actually. Alright, so let me just spin this. Ease it up a bit. Let me use my drill. I haven't got the pulley on there, but I'm just going to try and drive it directly on the shaft. Hang on. That's really moving right now. Just wanted to ease it off a bit. But look how true that runs. Look at the side view on that. Look how true that's running now. Look at how little wobble there is on that. There's a fraction on it, but not much. Right. Oh, they call it run out. Right, let's just see what happens. It's weird that. It's almost like it's back in balance again. Mind you, the alcohol squirted on it, that might have got into the fibres and made it heavier one side, so that's possible. But it appears to be level again, and even again. Didn't seem to be out of balance at all, which is strange. First it was, now it isn't. It went back a bit there. Let's see. Alright, so this side is a little bit more heavy. Right, so this is still a bit heavier on this side. Back it up a bit. Trying to work out exactly where the heavy spot is. The heavy spot will be on this side right here. It'll be pulling down, so it'll be this side that's heavy because it's on the maximum gravity effect is right here on this side. And when it's at the bottom it doesn't do a lot, so in theory if this side should drop. Yeah, that's right. So this side is a little bit heavier on here, this bit, which means what I need to do is either take material off this side or add material over here. Well, there's some slots if you look. All I have to do is poke some material in these slots, so, and that will counterbalance it. So where's my blue tack anyway? Oh, it's in them. It's in the segments. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that blue tack that's in that segment somewhere. Which one is it? Oops. Blue. Right, it's in this one. Because it wasn't the segment that was our weight anyway, it was the plastic. I got the blue tack out of it. And I'm going to stick that in. I don't know how much to do, so I'm going to split this in half. So I'm just going to cut it in half, and it's easier to add it than it is to take it out once you put it in. So let me just see. Make sure. Right, so I'm going to put a bit in these holes. I'm going to make it so I can pull it out easily for now. It doesn't weigh much, it's probably, what is it, 1 gram or something, or 0.1 of a gram or something silly. Stick one in each slot on this side here. Let's check the balance again. Oh, it's catching on the, I'll just squish it in a bit. Ah, it's still catching on that fin. Right, that's clear now. Let's check it now. That seems alright now. Yeah, I think that's I'm just going to push that blue tack in. I'm not going to worry about this gooey stuff. I'm just going to stick it around the edge actually. So it doesn't fly out and hit me. But it won't hurt. It's just, it'll sting like a wasp. Like a fly kick. It's just little stuff. It's not going to do any harm. Right, test it again. It seems balanced. I'm going to speed it up again. Oops. Got a lot of pull, this rubber. That is really well balanced. Look, it's not even dancing on the stand. It's not even dancing. Remember, it's very light right now. There's no metal in it, so it's going to slow down really quickly. It doesn't have a lot of mass right now. It's very light, so it will speed up quick and it'll slow down quick. Yeah, that is bang on now. No balance problems at all now. We've sorted that out. So, yeah. Now I haven't put the segments back in, but I want to check clearance on this coil. So let's just check it to make sure it's not going to be rubbing. Remember I said that I'm not going to wire this up right now. We're not doing an electrical test right now. We're just doing a physical test on it. Make sure them wires aren't going to get caught in it. Let's make sure it's not rubbing. Oh, it is. I have to move it. It has to be. Oh, I see oh, right, this one's going back a bit, actually. This one's going back a bit. Oops. Right, it's on the floor. Ah! So what I have to do is pull this out a bit, because that one's going back. The drum's out, not in the centre, so I'm just pushing the drum back to the centre. There we go, that's in the middle now. Right, let's check this coil again. Hang on. Oops. You remember they warped out, they pulled out slightly, so they've got to go underneath them arms. I'm trying to get under the arms at the moment. I'm probably going to have to glue them with that weak glue in, just so that they don't slide around or vibrate out of position. The weak glue is good because it means I can still get it apart. Right, let's check it. There, not bad. It's just catching a touch. Right. Well, I've moved the drum again, that's why. The drum, if you look at the drum, it's actually too far forward. It needs to be right in between the legs. The gap at the back needs to be the same clearance at the back. That's what it's catching right now. I've gone and moved it again, so let's push that back a bit. Go on, you bugger. Coil's going to pop out in a minute. I can see it coming. It actually was popped out. Go back further. There we go. That's better. It's because I need my spacers on. I need to put my pulley on. This stops the shaft from moving inside that through that bearing. So I need to put that on. I haven't put the segments in, so this is just right. That's in. That'll stop it from moving. It's quite a tight fit actually. It wants to be further back though still. Right, and put the space on the back. Hopefully that's not going to shift now. No rubbing. Yeah! When I get the segments here, we'll go in business. I'm going to do a separate video for that though. Let's just check this. I just want to make sure that coil doesn't pop out as well. That is pretty good. That sound is Windrush. Wait, that whirring sound, that's why I need to make, when I get the rotors in, there'll be less air resistance because the holes at the moment are acting like impellers on an electric fan. They're actually sucking air, so it'll slow down really fast because them big holes, these big holes, are basically acting like great big electric fan blades. But look at that, no rubbing. So I've got my coil design canopy just right, and as long as the drum is right in the middle, and I've got the same clamps at the back and the front, and I've got my spacers on to stop it from sliding, you know, side to side. As long as I've got my spacers on, and because there's a little wobble, and there's virtually no wobble, I've got nothing catching, which is what I wanted. Right, I was going to put the coil underneath, but I thought, well, because this is a test, it'll probably keep falling off, because if it's underneath I can't get to it very easily. I mean, if I turn this over like that, it'll probably fall off. Well, it will do when it's running, so I'm just going to leave it on the side for now. It's fine. It wants some mild glue on it, but I can't do that yet because I've got to put the segments back in. Yeah. We're going to have a good test the next test we do. Oh, also the magnets are at the bottom right now, so yeah, that coil wants to be next to the magnets, obviously. When I've got the segments in. So let's try this in the other position. Take it off. Let's put them underneath where the magnets are. Make sure the clearance is still good there. I've got to pinch these in a bit. There we go. Now it's in. So the magnets are actually in these holes. So I'm going to put it that way again so it won't fall out. Check for alignment again. Yep, good. It's not rubbing. Yay. Okay. As I say, I've still got things to do. I've got to get them segments out the other one. Hang on. I'm going to take this thing apart, this one apart, and push them out and pop them in. Then next video we're going to do an electrical test. What difference between the four-legged one and the three-legged one. Oh dear me. I was cracking up because I'm thinking about, I shouldn't be thinking about Rolf Harris, but he used to walk on three legs, didn't he? Oh, it was so, that guy, I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to him. Oh, very bad. Oh damn it, I lost again. So I mean, I was just looking on the Discord on the other phone. I poodled and I lost. Oh well. Damn. It's a little game we play. So Schuber's poodled as well. He made the same mistake I did. Anyway, we're winning. We are winning. We've got this thing to spin and not rub, which is the biggest problem I had. I've got to 3D print some little end caps because look, this thing's sliding about, look, just to stop it from running off the end. There's something strange though, because this thing is supposed to, I lined those grooves up, these grooves up exactly in SketchUp, right? So how come my legs don't quite sit in them grooves? I don't know. It doesn't matter though, as long as they're on that edge. Oh, I know why. It's because they're a bit long. It's because they're a bit short. It's because they're a bit shorter, maybe. If these legs coming out were a little bit longer, it would fit perfectly. So what I'm going to do in SketchUp, I'm going to adjust the model. Unless it's because, I didn't acetone treat this base, so it hasn't shrunk. When it shrinks, it will probably be right. Everything else on here has been acetoned and shrunk a bit, but the base hasn't been treated, so that's probably why. Oh, I made big holes in the bottom there. These little church doorways. That was just to prevent using too much plastic, because it would have been all solid otherwise, and I didn't need all that plastic wasted. So also I thought, well, I can stick magnets in here and it will magnetically stick to a metal base so it doesn't move around. So that's another thing. Or I could put pieces, I could tie this down to something so it doesn't vibrate. And don't forget, I've also got to make a motor mount. I have to make a motor mount with a belt drive for this pulley, and the drive belt that I'm going to be using is right over here. So there's a drive belt, a flat belt. So what I'm going to work that out is the belt will go on there like that, and I've got to make a motor mount which I could slot into this hole, right? So a little stud with a motor on it, push it back and locks it in place because it'll be fixed to the base, and then just put this around the pulley, or I'll have a little stand that the motor's mounted on where the pulley's on this side so it's closest to the pulley. Then we can just pull the belt onto the motor and we're away. Because it's pulling this down, it will keep this on its stand as well, so it won't keep drifting. So yeah, or I could mount the motor further back. I don't know, this belt's pretty short. The only other flat belts I've got right now are the really big ones, and they're too long. They're massive. They're like 12 inches long. This is ideal for this job. So yeah, I need to get that motor mount done, then we can drive this directly with a mini motor. I'll show you the motor I'm going to use. Hang on. This was supposed to be an update, and I've been waffling for God knows how long now. How many minutes? 39 minutes already. So this is the motor that I'm going to use. It's got a pulley already on it, look. It's a new one, this as well. It's 5.9 volts. As I say, I've run these before at 12 volts. They work okay as long as you don't put too much load on them. So it's basically a 6 volt motor, and it's for a CD-ROM. And that's going to be in a holder that's going to be somewhere like here. Let me just check the alignment on this actually, because I haven't worked this bit out yet. I haven't stood, but that pulley is adjustable. This pulley can be moved out or in, so I'm not worried about how far this motor is going to be mounted on here, because I can adjust the pulley, because I've got plenty of drive shaft to move it along. So the motor's going to be fixed onto around about here, something like that. And then the belt will go, yeah, the motor, this pulley would have to be further out anyway, unless, yeah, it's definitely going to have to be further out, because as you can see, it's just the right length. Look at this. If I get that on there, it's going to pull it in a bit because it's tight. So that pulley is just right at that angle. So I just need to move this out a bit further and put more spacers behind it, you know, so we don't have this rotor moving laterally. So that's the next job to do. I've actually got a motor mount in one of my SketchUp models that was for my other project. So what I was thinking about doing was adapting that one. I'll show you some motor mounts I have, which I modelled previously. I've got one motor mount here that was used for this thing. This has got the motor inside here. Don't know if you can see underneath. There's a motor in there. There's another motor mount, which is no motor in right now. Now here's a mini motor. Now I made this motor mount ages ago. It's got a small motor in it at the bottom. You can just see it. Well, I've got another motor mount similar to that one, which is not on here, but I can just adapt it to fit my new thingamajig. Actually, if I go in the bedroom, where's my buttons? I don't want to press them. Let me see if I can show you it. My early rotary system. I've just stood on something sharp. Oh, it's a plug. The damn things. Right, my old project is here, look. There's the motor mount. That's the big giant belt that's on it, look. Oh, I found another belt, look. Oh, look. Another belt. I'm going to take that, I might use it. So there's the other motor mount. This is the type I'm going to use. I'm going to adapt it. Look at how long that belt is. It's massive. So that's my old rotary system, dismembered. It's in bits. The reason I'm talking quietly is because our neighbour's bedroom's next door, and I don't want to wake her up. Walls are a bit thin, you know. Well, it is what time is it right now? Well, that clock's half an hour past, but it's actually 20 minutes to 4 in the morning, so yeah. So I've got this belt and I've got that belt, so two sizes. Let's just put them on here. So I've got them two belt sizes to work with. I can either have an extended motor mount with the large belt or use a smaller motor mount with a little belt, but I'm going to use the little belt. It seems to make sense. Yeah, so that's it for now. I'm going to get back into SketchUp and sort this motor mount out now. And see if we can, then I'll sort these segments out and everything. Thanks for watching.